Hello, viewers. Welcome to my English language lesson 2. In my previous lesson, that's lesson 1, we got to know what a rank scale and a rank shift are. But in today's lesson, or in this lesson, we'll be looking at what morphemes are. And also, a morpheme is a subtopic under rank scale and rank shift. Now, at the end of this lesson, each and everyone should be able to explain what morphemes are and identify the types of morphemes in English language, and also identify the number of morphemes in words and sentences. Now, let's look at what morphemes are. A morpheme is the smallest meaningful grammatical unit in a language. It consists of linguistic elements that cannot be broken down into further units. Examples: in English, the word stop cannot be broken into further units, so it's a morpheme. In the same way, the following can be considered as morphemes. We have the cut, cat, it, work, if, and to, table, and etc. Now, let's look at the types of morphemes. There are two basic types of morphemes. These are 1. Free morphemes and 2. Band morphemes. Now, class, let's look at what free morphemes are. A free morpheme is a kind of morpheme which can stand on its own. This means that this kind of morpheme makes sense on its own. For example, we have boy, girl, cat, dog, come, etc. A word like house or dog is called a free morpheme because it can occur in isolation and cannot be divided into smaller meaning units. The word quickest is composed of two morphemes, one bound and one free morpheme. The word quick is the free morpheme and carries the basic meaning of the word. We'll go to know what a bound morpheme is as we proceed. Now, let's look at the other aspects of free morphemes. A free morpheme is one that can be altered along with meaning, such as the words that we saw earlier. We have book, table, bag, deliver, learn, pick. All these morphemes are free morphemes because they make meaning on their own. Now let's look at what bound morphemes are. A bound morpheme is the kind of morpheme which cannot stand on its own. That is, a bound morpheme gets its meaning when it's attached to the free morpheme. For example, the word teacher has two morphemes, that's teach and er. While teach is the free morpheme because it can stand on its own and make a complete meaning or sense. Er is a bound morpheme because it cannot stand on its own and it can only make sense when it is attached to the free morpheme. So that's why when er is attached to teach, it makes meaning, that's teacher. Additional example of free morpheme and also bound morphemes. We have works. Now let's look at the types of morphemes in the following ways. 1. Works. Works consist of two morphemes, that's a free morpheme and a bound morpheme. The free morpheme in works is work, and the bound morpheme in works is s. Now let's move on to the next, that's teachers. Teachers also consist of two morphemes, that's a free morpheme and also a bound morpheme. The free morpheme in teachers is teach, and the bound morphemes is er and s. Now let's proceed to the other word, that's impossible. Impossible consists of two morphemes, that's free morpheme and bound morpheme. The free morpheme impossible is possible, and the bound morpheme is I am. Now let's look at comes. Comes. Comes also have two morphemes, that's the free morphemes and the bound morpheme. The free morpheme in comes is come, and the bound morphemes in come is s. Now let's look at teachers. The teachers there. Now teachers consists of three morphemes. That's one free morpheme and two bound morphemes. The free morpheme here is the th, and the bound morphemes here is the er and the x. Now let's look at how we can identify the number of morphemes in a given word. Viewers, let's try these questions. Identify the number of morphemes in the following ways: 1. Beautiful. 2. Wonderful. 3. Vegetables. Now I'm going to do the first one. The first one consists of three morphemes. That's beautiful. It consists of beauty, full, and ly. So please, viewers, try the next two words there. We shall meet in the next lesson. That's lesson 3. Thank you.